we have to learn a lot more about this. Somebody just sent us the other day. What's going on. A lot of people don't know what the next move is, fam, and we're trying to get more educated right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming out of this period where a lot of people didn't have money for rent.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking to have a rent strike of sorts, a general strike. Well, the LA City Council, County Board of Supervisors approves millions in rent relief funds for what's going to go on. So they took money from the CARES Act, okay, to use $100 million to go to tenants and whatnot to try to resolve the situation or put a Band-Aid on it, whatever the case may be. We are working with Elena Pop. We're trying to learn more, understand more of what's going to happen because the next step is very, very shaky. You know, some people are thinking about, all right, I'm behind. Let me just get out of Dodge and go try to get out of here. But you can't give up possession of your house or your rental property because once you give up possession, you give up all your rights. So there's a lot of people trying to work within the system to have collective bargaining agreements, which means they take a group of people, a mass of people, and they go and lobby for them on their account as a group. So therefore, you have much more power. That's what Elena Pop is trying to do. We've had Elena Pop on the show several times. We're going to get more information, but now we see money from the CARES Act that we were expecting to take some of this money because once again, in the CARES Act and no other act has there been money for renters and rental protection. There's been no rent freeze. There's been no rent forgiveness. There's only been things they kick it down the can to. No matter what, in LA, it looks like we're going to have a year to pay back what's owed. But what's owed, paying it back will still put people in a ditch. Right. Therefore, we have to make sure that some of this money, this $100 million, gets allocated out. But more importantly, we have to make sure that deals are cut on the behalf on renters who have really gotten kicked right in the chin because there was no help for them, fam. And trillions to Wall Street, but nothing for the renters.
Right. Though we need to remind everybody that we had a $1,200 payment, and if it wasn't for Congress that against Mitch McConnell's desires, push $600, people would be getting like $100 in unemployment. I mean, that's disgusting. It's ridiculous.
I would like to also put blame where blame is gone when it came to that money and the extra money. That goes on Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham was the one who was really fighting to get that money. How dare you get all that money? But meanwhile, trillions of dollars have been kicked up to the top. We're going to talk about that with Treasure on Monday. The Convo Couch lawyers coming back on the show to talk about the PPP and where all those trillions of dollars went. Guess where it went to, fam?
Yep.
To the top.
And
they snuck it all by.
And by the way, Gavin Newsom could do something great here. Gavin Newsom has the ability, because I know he wants to be president, to be the hero. I mean, he doesn't have to be genuine, but he has to give the people something. And Californians pay among the highest in rent out of most states. And Californians specifically in the Bay Area and LA area are paying a shit ton of rent. And a lot of people were out of jobs and did not pay rent. So we're going to see the housing market take a dip. We're also going to see a giant tsunami
of evictions,
like Jonny Tsunami,
repossessions, and
so
it's
that's
tough.
still to come, you guys. There's businesses too closing left and right. Even with the initial PPP they had, some businesses didn't get any at all, and they've had to shut down.
Well, we got to keep the eye on Gavin Newsom. He pulls these moves that he may look like a really big progressive, like we're going to end private prisons. Okay, so there's no new contracts. You're not pulling the other contracts. They don't run out until 2028. You'll be out of office. They can change that stuff.
Right.
So what you're trying to do is kind of just, once again, it's a form of virtue signaling.
Yep.
So I'm doing something good. You're really not ending anything just yet, okay? Right. And now also, every single Democrat that gets elected in California is put in to do one thing and one thing only, and that's get us Medicare for all. What is he doing? Not a zip, zilch. We still don't have it. And if he got in and he was really going to do what we thought he would do or hoped he would do, let's get a single payer for the state of California. He's done nothing for it, fam. A lot of people are still scared with the medical bills and everything coming up. We're not in the clear at all. So really, to tell you the truth, don't look at Gavin Newsom as some big progressive, because he's not. He's done a lot of virtue signaling, a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Was he better than our last governor, Jerry Brown? I think so, whatnot. But once again, he's not the progressive champion that can win this whole thing. And he is also the nephew to Nancy Pelosi. So don't forget about that.
But I think he cares about his image, and I think he's going to try to run for president. So I think there are people there trying to use that to convince him to maybe give us health care, maybe give us banking, public banking. Yeah. Those are certain things that are over there.
He slept with his campaign manager's wife and had that whole affair. So when you do that to how can you trust somebody like that ever? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't trust him at all.
But you know what he cares about? He cares about his hair. Gavin Newsom. Sorry.
It's true.